Hello and welcome to the program. And have I got some bad news for the U.S. of A. America, my friend, you're getting old. No, not your average age, which at 38 has been pretty constant for the past decade, but rather, I'm talking about America's political class, which is a bipartisan disaster that is making what should be a young and vibrant country look like a gerontocracy, a decrepit government of the old and the senile, more USSR than US of A. And the crazy thing about all this is the media is acting like, well, it's all okay. Really? I wonder why. Let's find out more as we go busting the narrative. Right. So, we all know that Joe Biden is a bit of a worry when it comes to, shall we say, his mental abilities and age-related cognitive decline.
Watch me. If you think I don't have the energy level or the mental acuity. The best way to get something done, if it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to, anyway. From Charlotte, another line going from in Florida down to Tampa. Of Putin's kleptocracy. Yeah. America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to put the idea that Los Angeles and what am I doing here?
But you know, it's not just Joe Biden. The Republicans also have trouble here. Mitch McConnell, Senate Majority Leader, seen here having a somewhat less amusing senior moment earlier this week.
Thoughts about what?
Running for re-election in 2026.
That's
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026? All right, I'm sorry, you all. We're going to need a minute. Senator. Benny.
And this is not the first time. Just a couple of weeks ago, the Senate Majority Leader froze up again while giving a press conference in the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. But back to the Democrats. What was once the party of youth is now also holding on to their own Dianne Feinstein, who has to be told what to say and how to vote by her staff.
That's an increase of $26 billion for the Department of Defense. And it funds priorities submitted.
Yeah, just say aye.
Okay, just aye.
Thank you.
Sad and depressing, sure, and probably bordering on elder abuse. But the Democrats need her vote in the Senate to get judges through, so what can you do? And here we are. Joe Biden is 80, Mitch McConnell 81, Dianne Feinstein 90. By that measure, Donald Trump at age 76 is youthful, and he can certainly manage his way through a press conference a bit better than his key opponent, Joe Biden. Put all that aside. The wild thing here to me is that with a few exceptions, the media has agreed not to talk about any of this. And I think I know why. My theory? It all comes down to how they have been corrupted by their backing in of Joe Biden and the distortions caused by the 2016 and particularly the 2020 elections when the media showed their bias in full. Now, once upon a time, a politician getting old could be the subject of both serious criticism and fun and wit, as it was with Ronald Reagan, who, when he was president and when the media had it in for him, as a senile old goat from day one. I mean, even comedy shows like Saturday Night Live, when it was still funny, used to joke that maybe Reagan was actually a Machiavellian genius, and the doddering routine was just an act.
And finally,
finally, Mr. President, about the Iran-Nicaraguan connection. Some may wonder which was worse, your knowing or your not knowing.
Well, all I can say is I didn't know. And well, we're trying to find out what happened because none of us know.
Well, thank you, Mr. President.
Well, I hope I've answered your questions as best I could, given the very little that I know. Goodbye, and God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. Okay, get back in here. All right, let's get down to business. I'm only gonna go through this once, so it's essential that you pay attention. 1, Casey.
Yes, sir.
You'll spearhead our new operation to fund the Contras. The C-5As with the tow missiles and grenade launchers will leave for South Africa at 0800 hours.
Can you imagine them doing such a skit about Joe Biden? Not on your life. Because now the press mostly tiptoes around Biden and everybody else. Dianne Feinstein, Mitch McConnell, Republican or Democrat. And that is because the press went all in on trying to get Biden over the line in 2020, running against their better judgment and ignoring all the obvious signs, the red flags, if you will, of corruption and dementia. Now they have to stick with him, lest they admit they were wrong. And paradoxically, that winds up providing cover for people on both sides of the aisle who are past their prime and need to be moved on, which clearly needs to occur. Thanks for watching. I am James Morrow, and to support this channel, please like, share, and subscribe below. And I'll see you next week for more Busting the Narrative. Bye-bye.